Good evening. Welcome to the 2022 CIAA postgame press conference. My name is Aurelia Washington, your moderator for tonight. Joining us is head coach Corey Lowry of Link University. He is joined by Zarian Blue and Bernard Litzy. Before we open it up for questions, we will have an opening statement from the head coach.
Tough game, like we knew it was going to be, like we expect this tournament to be. Livingstone is a very tough athletic opponent to stop, and it came down to us trying to stop them at the end, and it was a tough duty like it was the entire game. Our guys played hard, but I guess we needed another second left, one more opportunity, 8 more seconds to get another shot off, because the game came down to who was going to get the ball last and score last. I think both teams struggled to get stops. That's what it came down to.
We will now open the floor for questions.
Derek Vaughn from the Chalktastic Mile of Baltimore. Coach, guys, great game, the best game of the tournament so far, the best crowd in the tournament so far. What I want to ask you, Coach, do you think the 9 blocks and the 8 steals was a deciding factor by Livingston that ultimately decided the game?
When we talk about their 9 blocks, you're talking about their athleticism. So their athletes were able to take away some points at the basket. And we knew that was an issue for us. So we worked on trying to spread them out. We worked on moving the ball, making extra passes. We worked on getting into the lane, jump stopping, getting the big boys up in the air. And I think we did a good job of that. I mean, we scored almost 90 points, but you know, they did just enough. Their athleticism did just enough to bother us some point.
Take us through those last 12 minutes. You called a timeout. Just take us through that sequence.
Well, the last 12 minutes was just reiterating.
12 seconds.
Oh, 12 seconds, I'm sorry. Well, the last 12 seconds, we ran a play that we actually worked on at walkthrough today. And it was funny because we ended walkthrough with running that exact same play with Nard hitting it and walkthrough. And I ran to the middle and I said, let's send this thing to overtime. And I really thought the game was going to overtime. I knew it was going to be a battle, but we had to try to dig deep and try to get stops. I mean, we said that we weren't going to win the game if we weren't able to get stops. I didn't want to try to outscore this team, but we wanted to have flexibility where we had variations of offenses, where it was backdoors, whether it was spread or whether it was ball screens, where we can score in different ways because we knew that they were protecting the basket. But we had to find a way to dig to get those stops, not give them second chance opportunities on the boards and things of that nature. So the last 12 seconds was a play that they were comfortable running. And it was great for 8 of those seconds, you know, but you know, the last 8 seconds, we needed that stop. That's what it comes down to if you want to win championships.
Bernard, you've been out for 6 weeks. Talk about returning to the game in this environment, hitting your 5 threes, and just navigating playing a game for the first time in 6 weeks.
Well, it was very tough, you know, being out 6 weeks, not conditioned, nothing like that. So I was super out of shape right now. But I've been in this environment before. I knew what my team needed, my leadership. So I just was out there doing everything I could, playing as hard as I can, try to get a victory. It just didn't happen for us today, unfortunately.
Derek Vaughn from the Chalktastic Mile of Baltimore. This is for both of the players, and you know, you can just tell me how you feel. What is it about the CIAA tournament competition that really, that people might don't know about, that you all know about? Let them know how deep and how good the competition is in this league.
I feel like during the regular season, it'd be real good, but it's like when the tournament comes, every team get better for some reason. Teams start clicking, you know. hitting more shots. It's more physical. Everything just get better. I feel like teams just start clicking, and like it's tough to win. You gotta be on your team. Gotta be on the same board. You gotta defend. You gotta make shots. That's the key thing. You gotta make shots at this level. If you don't, you will lose.
Blue, we talk about just your performance. It seems like we were down 8-10 with less than a minute to go. You had a couple big baskets. You got a couple steals. Talk about what this team did in that last minute to even give you a chance to send it in overtime.
We told each other we've been here before. Just the last game before the tournament, we were in the same situation. So we knew we just had to dig, and we dig, but unfortunately, they had the ball last and had the big shot.
How tough is it? Probably this is your third year here, and first game you lost. What is it going to take to get you? What do you guys got to do to get this program over the hump?
It starts with me. It starts with, again, first I have to build them back up mentally and spiritually. We got to get our spirit back right now. So after this tough loss, we'll reflect back on the season and see the strides that we have made and see the strides that we need to continue to make. So we'll get in the weight room, we'll get back in the gym, get into individuals. We'll make sure that we're bonding as a family and as a team. We'll make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do academically so we can stay on the court. And it's a process. We'll build our young guys up, but right now, that's a tough question to ask right now because we have to, deal with the disappointment. But this too shall pass.
You talk about dealing with it and building your team up. Can you reflect on the strides that you have made as a program, and as you started with 3 freshmen, and you had a lot of youth on this team?
Yeah, we do have youth, but it's not about the youth. I don't look at our team and say it's a young team. I look at our team and says that this is a team that needs to continue to put the work in. And if everyone just buys into putting the work in, the results will come. It will come. You got to give a lot of credit to the history of this league, the talent of the players, the talent of the coaches. Like, this is not just a easy league to walk into and just win it. I mean, you got a lot of coaches that have a lot of pride and a lot of programs that have pride in that. So it's going to be an all-out brawl to get to the mountaintop. Like, people don't want to. There's a lot of selfish coaches here. They don't want to let go of that trophy, but we're gonna learn how to be selfish too.
And this concludes our post-game press conference. Thank you.